Thank you very much. Okay, so first of all, good afternoon. I think it's time for us to kind of shake things up a little bit. Let's just rewind to what happened yesterday. So the Startup Avalanche competition. Yesterday, there were a total of 16 different teams, 16 different startups, each with their own big idea, okay, from, in fact, 9 different countries. So this competition maybe started very small, but now, 2016, has become literally international and global. So 16 different startups. They pitched their idea, their big idea, to a group of roughly 2 sets of investors, and they chose 5 finalists. 5 finalists. They will come very shortly on stage and they will pitch their idea once again. They will do it to you and they will do it to another set of investors here as well. After that competition, we will then find out a little bit later on who is actually going to run away as winners of the Startup Avalanche 2016. Now, you're probably thinking, what is the prize? Are you thinking what the prize is? No, you're not thinking what the prize is. That's okay. I will tell you what the prize is, and it's pretty good. It's pretty damn good, let me tell you. So, the winner of the Startup Avalanche 2016, what they will do, they will be given a ticket that will take them on a plane right over to Silicon Valley. They will be staying there 2 weeks, and that will give them a chance to meet the people they have to meet. It will give them a chance to talk to the leads that will maybe help them forward as well. And I'm sure if any of you here in the audience were given a ticket, a free ticket, all expenses paid for 2 weeks to Silicon Valley, I'm sure you would be happy. Would you? I'm sure you would. You don't sound like it, but I'm sure you would. Okay, so I think it's time, first of all, let's just introduce our investors. So investors, would you like to come back on stage? And let's see exactly who we have here. Jury members, guys at the back, if you could just come forward and join us here on stage. So Philip, if you could take the lead.
I rounded them all up.
Okay, wonderful. Philip, you know this man? Do you know this guy? I'm sure you do. You've seen him before. Okay, like to come forward. Thank you. And our next jury member, they are there. Frank. Wonderful. Fred. Fantastic. It's basically everybody that was here before, almost. Okay. So here's the drill. This is how it works. It's very simple and very easy as well. So startups will come on stage. They will pitch their idea. They will pitch it for 4 minutes. Okay, 4 minutes only. After that 4 minutes, they will then have 2 minutes for a demo to demonstrate basically how their product or how their service or their big idea, how it functions. Okay? After that 6 minutes, then there will be questions and answers from the jury. So basically digging a little bit deeper, asking the questions that maybe no one else dares to ask. So don't hold yourself back. Ask the questions that you need to ask, and often that's the time, the crunch time, where we start to really see what the startup and their big idea is about. Okay, I think we're ready. Jury members, are you ready? Yes, you are. You are ready. Okay. Have you all got microphones? Okay, you've got 4 microphones. Fantastic. Okay, so our first startup. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the very first startup of the Startup Avalanche 2016, and that very simply is Visitor Analytics.
Hi, we are Visitor Analytics, and we make website analytics for non-technical people. Let's say you are a small business owner and you've recently launched your website. Now you want to see who your customers are, what traffic you are getting, where from, and so on. Everyone will tell you that the go-to solution is Google Analytics. However, it could be a little complex for your needs. Google Analytics in itself is a full-time job, and you might require an expert to help you set it up and teach you how to use it. If you've launched your website on a platform like Shopify, it will be too general to use, and the information that you seek will either be hard to obtain or not possible at all. Due to data privacy reasons, Google will treat all your visitors in a bulk, and you'll not be able to track them individually. We create tailored analytics for major website builder platforms such as Wix, Weebly, Shopify, WordPress, and several others. There are more than 500 million websites built with website builder platforms. We plan to cater the specific needs of these websites. On Wix, there are 80 million users. But in order to use Google Analytics, you need to be a Wix premium user and then go through the painful process of copying tracking codes from one place to another. The first analytics results you get in 1 week, and major Google Analytics functionalities are missing. The only solution for free Wix users is Visitor Analytics. Our tool is real-time, installable with a single click, and does not require any code changes. It's very easy to use by the non-technical person, and it automatically adjusts to deliver the type of content which is relevant for your platform. If you are a WordPress blogger, you want to see how visitors interact with your blog. With Visitor Analytics, this will be possible out of the box with zero customizations. On top of that, we track users individually, and you are able to get an overview into their specific actions on your website. With this information, you can later on interact with website visitors and significantly improve sales processes. We have a freemium model with limited functionalities and no customizations for the free users. We have 35,000 users, out of which 1,500 have converted to premium. We are growing with 8,000 users per month and currently have a conversion rate above 5%. We charge $3.99 per month, but we are doing A/B testing and we plan to increase this amount in the near future. Also, pricing will vary depending on the platform. All the growth that we have is organic. The users are installing the app directly from the Wix app market. We are currently improving design and usability and will launch a marketing campaign soon. In the next month, we will integrate with Weebly. It's really similar to Wix. It has 30 million users, and we will use the very same functionalities. After that, we plan to tackle WordPress. Their users want to see stats related to real-time visitors, article views, user interaction, comments, pingbacks, and more. After WordPress, we plan to tackle Shopify. Their users want to see stats related to revenues, orders, main conversion channels, and a lot more. We are a team of 4 people working full-time on the project. Let's see the demo. Let's open an incognito tab. This is Lisa. She's our 3rd paid user, and we've kept in close contact with her for feedback reasons, obviously. She's non-technical and maybe spends 1 hour each month managing her website and looking at her stats. Let's click on another link. No, not portfolio. Okay, services. Okay. She wants to see a simple, comprehensive view on what traffic her website is getting. Okay, she can see this with a single peek. The color of the dashboard, the green color of the dashboard tells her that everything is running smoothly. She has 289 visitors this week. Her bounce rate could be better. If she doesn't know what that is, she can easily check with the help tooltip. Looking at the traffic charts for the month, she can see that she has a decrease in traffic. In the latest visitor section, she can see how visitors interact with the website, and that this is our visit at the very top. In the traffic charts for weekdays, she can see that she needs to advertise more in the weekend in order to have more customers in the beginning of the week. The ClickPath section shows her how visitors move within her website and that they usually click on portfolio after landing on the homepage. The referring sites section is the most interesting for her. She can see that her recent campaign on kinky.nl is running quite well. Over 40% of referrals are coming from that page. This is where she can see what starting pages kinky.nl visitors have. This was Visitor Analytics, and we make smart website analytics for non-technical people. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Visitor Analytics. Okay, okay, let's hear exactly what our jury members have to say. What do you say, jury members?
I'm speechless. Guys, seriously, this was not the best example to choose to illustrate. That definitely was not the way to do it. Anyway, getting back to the product, my question would be, so first of all, who is your customer? I mean, is it the consumer? Is it a person who is running the website, or is it a business that is offering website tools, website building tools? Is it do you want to go to Shopify or other tools that build websites, or do you want to sell to small businesses and others?
Well, we sell to small businesses, but through these app markets. So the model is that they usually pay directly Wix, Weebly, Shopify, WordPress, and or WordPress not, but the others, yes, it's through them. But the end consumer is the non-technical user, which maybe has started his first website then.
So how do you manage when you get a little bit larger, right? I mean, I think what you've shown is like, right now maybe Google Analytics is not one-click install, but it doesn't sound like that there's a fundamental barrier to them. Can you explain what they have as a fundamental barrier to enter that market, or somebody else builds a plugin with Google Analytics which goes with one-click install? So what's like the fundamental differentiator, except somebody making it easier to install and use it?
Well, you still have to go and get your tracking code, so it will still not be one click, regardless of whether someone does a plugin or not. And there are plugins which do this in these markets, but still with Wix at least we have users who use both Google Analytics and Visitor Analytics in tandem. So
it's just. Can you hear me? Is it working? Okay. It's just, I assume that since a person or a small business already has a website, I mean, he got to that point probably by his own coding skills or someone else's help, and likewise, they could just integrate the Google Analytics. I mean, I'm not a technical guy, but for the businesses we invested in, I can read and understand Google Analytics. So, I mean, how do you tackle that?
That's not correct. Actually, the customers of these platforms, they do not have to write any single line of code to do this. So Wix, Weebly, Shopify, you can all do this without any coding knowledge. So they don't have a technical person who can, let's say, insert a JavaScript script in there. So it's a totally different market for these people.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Put your hands together for Visitor Analytics. So there we go, setting the standard for the first pitch of the 5. One thing is for sure, one of these 5 on stage, they will be making their way over there to Silicon Valley for 2 fantastic weeks. Again, so we're getting the opinions and questions from our jury members, but hey, you guys here as well, watching the pitches, let us know what you think as well. Hashtag Techsylvania 2016, hashtag Techsylvania 2016, and let us know what you think as well. Okay, are you ready for pitch number 2? Yes, you are. I'm sure you are. You don't say much, but that's fine, because inside I know you've got so much emotion and passion. Okay, are you ready for number 2? Yes, you are. This will build as we go up, believe me. Right, so pitch number 2. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together. Simply for Exige app.
Okay. Hi, I'm Alex from Exige, your financial advisor. We are all entrepreneurs in this room today. We all love what we do, which is running our businesses. But we often lose track of our financial. And when this happens, how many of us actually have access to a good financial advisor? Introducing Exige. Last year, our tool would have saved my partner $5,000. We've met to validate a business model for his new restaurant. So I've landed all my financial experience on him. I have pulled out all the Excel spreadsheets. use all those complicated formulas, and in the end, well, okay, he's a good cook, but he's definitely not a financial expert. Lucky for me, he is a creative web developer. So for the past 6 months, what we've done is to put together the tool that we are going to demo today. We have worked closely with the owners of 100 internet businesses, and what we learned was the fact that financial planning, it's expensive, it's complicated, and it's time-consuming. So using all of this, we focused to develop our tool having to consider 3 key factors: to eliminate financial jargon, to automate data entry, and also to make a collaborative tool between the people and their departments. Just imagine what XCJAP could actually do for you and could benefit you. We have here an example of an online fashion store. It's an analysis on the products on the fashion store. What XCJAP does is actually to speak to you. You can already see on the screen that the short dresses is a loss-making product. You want to know that about your business. You want to know if your resources are allocated correctly. You want to know what happens with your volumes. You just want to know a lot of things, but no one really answers to all of that. XCJAP actually tells you your product is loss-making. Tells you you either remove it from your portfolio or you just try to remodel it. Why don't you try to remodel it? We are selling it right now with $100 per client. What happens if we are going to increase our prices, for example? Yeah, what is going to happen is that our product is no longer loss-making. So it's very important to understand that XCJAP not only hints you the problem, tells you what to do, which is the best part of any financial advisor, human financial advisor that you could ever find. Another big question that entrepreneurs often ask is, obviously, when will I break even? In our case, this is in August 2018, so it's probably not really good. But let's just say we are super optimistic about our business, and we are not only going to break even in the first year, we want to reach profit on first year. If you set a target of, let's say, $10,000 on the first year, XCJAP tells you you need to sell 2,900 jackets. You need to sell 5,200 short dresses to do that. So again, XCJAP tells you what you need to do. It holds your hand and guides you to your business. What our product will look like in the next 2 months. Just look at XCJAP as a black box that is fed with aggregated data from both e-commerce platforms and accounting packages. This will obviously eliminate the manual data entry, and at the same time, the machine learning algorithms will just constantly issue a lot of business scenarios that will help you improve your key performance indicators. Okay, this happened. Our first vertical is going to be e-commerce. Shopify, BigCommerce, BigCartel, they all together sum up 1.2 million customers. Our business model is software as a service. I'm Alexandra. I'm a financial planner for more than 10 years now. I model multi-billion-dollar businesses like Xerox. My partner there, Alexandru, is a web developer for more than 10 years. And Petru is the founder of SoftCookies, the #1 app into Shopify App Store in the accounting section. What we are looking for is a partner to help us achieve our vision, which is to empower all SMBs around the world to start tracking their financials. We are XCJAP, your financial advisor. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for XCJAP. Okay, it's time to dig a little bit deeper. Let's hear what our jury members have to say about XCJAP.
How easy is it for a small business owner to get started on this?
How?
Easy is it? You know, like how much time do they have to invest
To do an analysis.
to get this started? Yeah.
It might take 1 month for the first draft, then a pushback of emails between your consultant and yourself, and it might take another 3 months to finalize it. In the real time now, not in XCJAP. In XCJAP, it's 15 minutes to introduce their model because you don't have to introduce it. Everything is pulled in there.
What data are they putting in? They're putting in Excel sheets, etc. Are they?
No, it's not pulling Excel spreadsheets. So we are using the e-commerce platform, Shopify, BigCartel. Okay, we are importing data automatically. You don't have to do absolutely nothing. This will empower the revenue, basically, calculations. And the other part is the accounting software. It's Xero, it's QuickBooks. We are triggering the data from there. Again, you don't have to do absolutely anything. It's just an import of data.
And which ones do you have integrated now into your platform?
We are working with Shopify and
just,
BigCartel.
Just Shopify at the moment.
Shopify and BigCartel.
How long is it going to take you to put the others in?
Sorry?
How long will it take you to put the others in, Xero, etc.?
We are looking at 1 month time now.
Sorry?
1 month time.
1 month time, okay.
Are you looking to import operational data along the line? Because you say you're going to focus on e-commerces and you have like traffic, conversion rates, bounce rates, average order values.
Yeah.
And I know for a fact that we model that into our models, but we have thousands of products.
Yeah.
So, I mean, is it something you're looking to do along the line?
So the focus is e-commerce because exactly we have access to all of that data. So it's basically the best confirmation for our tool. Okay, we can reach into their app stores and get everything from there. But at the same time, this is applicable to any other industry. So basically, for escalation, our next step it's retail. It can go to HoReCa. It can go to basically any industry that can input data in there.
Okay.
And the competition for this is they're currently collected in spreadsheets?
No. So there are a few competitors. They just throw in numbers for you. They don't talk to you. They don't tell you what to do. They don't tell you at what price you need to sell your product to improve everything. They just stop at sales analysis. You sell this and this. Your profit is this, and that's that. And well, to be honest, this is rubbish for an entrepreneur or small or medium businesses. It just focuses on what he's operationally doing. He needs to know what to do. We try to make his life easier, not to complicate it. And it's based everything on algorithms, so you can bet on what you are telling him to do.
And the recommendations you make, are they personalized, individualized in any way, or do you basically give the same recommendations to everybody?
Imagine that we are constantly running hundreds of scenarios depending on a certain event that is going on. So each user of our platform can set its own one-time events or the events that are going to trigger the issuing of scenarios. So it's going to be customized for their own needs. So I'm not going to tell to all the fashion industry stores in the world to start selling dresses at $100. No, everything is going to be customized on their resources, their contracts, their own prices negotiated with suppliers. So everything is customizable on their business because we are using their data, and we are basically getting the events that are going on in their business. And when that happens, we just launch on the back end, we just launch the scenario business analysis. And
ladies and gentlemen, Exijab. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okie dokie, so 2 pitches done, on to number 3. Right, so our third pitch of the final. Third pitch ready to come on. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together simply for Plannable.
We are Plannable, and we change the way agencies plan and collaborate with their clients on social media campaigns. Today, social media managers are overwhelmed with the complexity and the number of tools they use to work with their clients, to receive and implement feedback. There is no unique tool where you can create, collaborate on posts, and visualize your social media feeds. In a typical campaign, dozens of emails are sent back and forth between the agency and the client. In the best case, it's just frustrating and a waste of valuable time. In the worst, important information is lost, and the agency-client relationship is damaged. Plannable solves this problem. We created a platform that makes the social media planning experience simple, fast, and fun. We empower agencies to manage all their social media clients in one single epicenter. With Planable, the agencies can collaborate in real time with their clients, receiving quick and easy feedback. Our tool works like a live mock-up of a social media feed, giving a familiar experience to both clients and social media managers. To show you how it works, I'll give you an example. Imagine I'm a social media manager in an agency, and one of my clients is Nutella. I am creating a social media plan for Nutella's Facebook page for the next month. I need Nutella to approve my posts before publishing them. So instead of sending them emails, Excel, spreadsheets, PowerPoints, and then copying them from there to social media, I use one tool, Planable. In a familiar workspace, I can create posts, invite clients to collaborate, receive and implement feedback from my client, and get the post approved. Now, I can schedule the posts to social media, knowing that Nutella has seen and is happy with the campaign. So this is how the Twitter version looks, and the Google+. What sets us apart from all the other social media management tools is that the agency can visually plan the social media feeds of a client before publishing any content. Planable is centralized, collaborative, and real-time. The market is big. There are more than 500,000 agencies and tens of millions of marketers worldwide. And we are the first company that will significantly improve the way they work and collaborate with their clients on social media campaigns. We have already validated our product. We launched in beta 1 week ago, and with almost no marketing campaigns, we have 500 users and 5 agencies beta testing it. We'll start with a free plan, allowing every agency one free project. And after that, for more projects, they'll pass to our paid monthly subscription. As a team, with a lot of social media marketing experience, we tried every single solution out there. And honestly, they all suck. Planable is a big step forward, and it will become the norm for social media content collaboration. There is a need, and we have a solution. So let's see how this works. She's Anna Maria, one of our first beta testers. She's a PR consultant, and one of her clients is Textilvania. So let's see how Anna uses Planable. In a familiar workspace, Anna can create all types of posts: photos, videos, links. She and her client can preview the posts exactly how they will appear on Facebook. And Anna can create a coherent storyline for Textilvania's Facebook page. She can invite her client and her teammates to collaborate in real time on Planable and to discuss posts right where they are created. So let's make a post about this awesome startup that's pitching right now on stage of Textilvania. Anna adds the text, sets the time of a post, and schedules it. All her teammates and her client are logged into Planable, so they can quickly collaborate between them. The photographer from Anna's team uploads the image. They can discuss the post. Anna receives fast feedback from her client, and she can quickly implement it, either to change the image, modify the date, improve the text, or just add a hashtag. Now, the client is happy with the post and approves it. And Anna can publish it directly to Facebook. So let's switch to Facebook and see how the post published. Let's make a refresh because Facebook is not real time. OK, looks great. Let's switch back to Planable. With color-coded filters, Anna and her client can see the status of posts in a glance, and Anna can focus on what matters. She can filter green posts, which means approved posts, to schedule them, or she can filter red posts to check for feedback from her client. With real-time notifications, Anna and her client are always on the same page. Every activity is tracked, no information is lost. Let's also keep in mind that Anna is a freelancer, so she manages multiple clients and multiple pages. So Planable allows her to easily switch between clients and manage them all from one single place. We truly empower Anna and every marketer to be an agile social media manager. Thanks for listening.
Ladies and gentlemen, Planable. Okay, jury members, what do you say?
So on the team slide, you had yourself, CTO, marketing, PR. This is a pretty complex product. How do you manage that engineering task with the team you have?
Yeah, so right now we're searching to grow our engineering team and to hire one or more two developers because we actually need to move faster with the product. So yes, we're searching for more.
I think you should move to the US.
I agree with you, totally.
It's pretty cool, actually. So, would you be prepared to move? I mean, what are you going to do next?
So we actually moved in Romania from Moldova. We left our jobs and our home country. So we're really flexible to move to USA. We're eager to move there. Any more questions?
Any more questions?
You said you didn't really do any marketing, by the way, but
Sorry?
you do have a full-time PR and a full-time marketing person on your team. So is that?
So what we were focused, our marketing team, what we were focused on was to talk with customers, to talk with people from social media managers, from social media agencies, and we had calls, we had chats. So that's what we were focused on.
Where are you based now?
In Cluj, here.
So how are you looking to approach sales? Obviously, it's a more B2B business. Are you going to grow your sales network? Is it just going to be word of mouth, or?
So yeah, that's a really good question. Thank you. We plan to target social media freelancers and social media managers working in agencies. And we do not plan to target directors from agencies. So we will not have a B2B classical approach. We must target social media freelancers and the people that work in agencies because they know the pain, they know the problem, and it's easier to convince them than to convince a CEO of an agency. So we'll have marketing campaigns, PR campaigns, partnerships with bloggers and influencers, and then a referral program also.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Planable.
Thank you.
Now, here's the thing. Now, as you hear the pitches here on stage, I'm sure it looks seamlessly easy to do. However, let me assure you, definitely coming on the stage, it's certainly in front of a crowd as big as this. It's not easy at all to do your pitch in such a short time as well, and also in another language also. Okay, we move on to number 4, pitch number 4. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Halftone Pro.
Hello, I am Larissa Davidova, and this is Halftone Pro. We are a graphic design tool for creating halftone patterns. Halftone is a pattern of dots, lines, or other shapes that look like a gradient from a distance, but if you look closely, you can see that it is comprised of smaller elements. It is a technique used in all kinds of graphic design, from logos to packaging, to posters, to comics, which it is most famous for. And you can also see this pattern all over Textilvania branding. It may look simple, but it's actually very time-consuming to create by hand. And I made a tool that does this automatically. Halftone Pro allows the user to upload an image, create a pattern with it with a variety of settings and shapes, and save it as a vector ready for print or import into any other software. We launched in closed beta in the beginning of April, and we got amazing results. The users shared our tool on their blogs and social media, and it was included in lists of useful tools for graphic designers by graphic design websites. 2 weeks ago, we fully launched and ended the beta, and since then, we got over 3,000 visitors, out of which 10% became active users, with 5% converting to paid. The feedback from the users was overwhelmingly positive. The business model is a freemium deal. We offer the full functionality for $9.95 with a limited free account, with watermark on the images and no vector export. But this is just one type of pattern that graphic designers have trouble with. There are many others that could be easily created by software, and I'm planning to release a whole set of tools that will become every designer's essential tool for graphic patterns, and that they will use every day. Another opportunity is a consumer app, which will allow to use halftone as a filter on the user's photographs and upload them directly to Facebook or Instagram. The competition in this area is represented by two main categories of tools: the expensive, difficult-to-use, platform-specific tools, and the lightweight online tools, which are very basic. The advantage of Halftone Pro is that it has all the functionality of a full professional tool while being cross-platform and easy to use. It is currently online. You can try it out at halftonepro.com and tell me what you think, which is what we are going to do now. Let me just show you the demo. On the left, the user can see all their uploaded pictures, or they can upload a new one. We have presets, which allow the designer to reuse their favorite pattern with just one click, no matter how complex it is. It can be circular grid, or it can be hexagons. Yes, my favorite. So we have 12 default shapes, which are mostly basic, like squares, or circles, or triangles. You can see that they are triangles, right? And if these are not enough, the user can upload their own. But another interesting shape we have is a random character, which allows to make the matrix effect. Hang on. It's coming. My computer is being slow today, but there. Or we can use lines of varying width as an element instead of particular dots or squares. It can be straight lines, or it can be not so straight lines. It is normally faster, it's just a really old computer I'm using. The pattern menu allows to control every little aspect of the grid on which the halftone is drawn to make amazing, unique effects, like this circular one, for example. And there is a variety of settings, like we can control everything about every single element, like their rotation and size, which allows for a near unlimited variety of patterns, which goes way beyond the standard halftone technique. But the best thing about Halftone Pro is that the requirements for the original image are very low. So it can be a very small image, it can be a very low quality image, or it can be a black and white or limited color image. The result will always be a high-quality vector. Once we got the pattern we need, we can save it as a PNG or SVG. Just a second, this is being really slow. Yeah. We can save it as a PNG or SVG, or we can put it directly on Facebook or Twitter. This is the tool the designers have been waiting for. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Halftone Pro.
So, I think that was a really, really nice demo, so congratulations on that.
Thank
The
you.
main questions I have is like, how big is the market? Is this something that can really sustain a big company, or is this more like that, like a couple of hundreds or thousands of people are going to buy? So what's like kind of like the size of that market that you can capture?
First of all, the halftone tool, as I mentioned in my pitch, is just the start. I want to capture all the popular abstract patterns that the stock photo sites are making millions on right now. Like, you can see on the stock photo sites that there's a lot of these types of patterns. They are really expensive and really popular. So I want to make a set of tools that can make any of them, or at least the top ones, with one click and with an unlimited variety. The market is huge for this because there are millions of designers, and besides professional designers, there are also amateurs, people who just like pretty pictures, and people who want to have a pretty filter for their selfie. So the market is huge, and it's all about how I can reach it.
I understand you did this yourself, right?
Yes, I am a developer.
So I'm curious, what's the software stack like, and how long did it take you to make this?
Excuse me?
What is the software stack? What packages, open source libraries, programming languages, etc.?
It is mostly JavaScript. The patterns are generated on the client side, and I didn't use any frameworks. It was just vanilla JavaScript, and with a few plugins for the UI mainly. But the core algorithm is vanilla JavaScript, with a simple backend to store the pictures and process them. And
how long did it take you to make it?
I started this project about 7 months ago, but it's been an iterative process. So it's not like the whole thing took 7 months. The first version took 2 months, and after that I iterated on it, took feedback, and tried again.
And where would you like to be in 3 years' time with this? What's your ambition?
In 3 years' time, I want to disrupt Adobe. No offense to Adobe, but...
I'd just say one last thing. You know, you were just talking about then about millions of designers and everything. That pitch sounded much better than what you started with.
Oh.
So that huge vision you talked about in the answer, like to that, was really good. So next pitch, start with that. That vision was big, and it explained what you were trying to work towards much better.
All right, thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Halftone Pro. Okay, so fourth pitch just gone. We're already on pitch number 5. Okay, are you ready for pitch number 5? Yes, you are. Right, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for our final pitch of Startup Avalanche 2016. And that is AppRod.
Hello, we are AppRod, and we help you start a company in 5 minutes. Starting a company in Romania today is a big hassle. You have to fill out form after form after form after form. It takes a lot of time or a lot of money and definitely a lot of patience. The main types of companies in Romania are these ones. So if I want to start a company today, I have the following options. I can go directly to the institutions, deal with the clerks there, but the time to create the documents will be around 11 days, and it will cost me 60 euros and a lot of wasted time. Because I will have to write 10 documents several times, I will have to write my personal information over and over again, and I will have to wait in lines. I can save time by going to a lawyer. This will reduce the time to create the documents to about 9 days, but it will be expensive, between 300 and 400 euros, and I still have to go to the lawyer to give him my personal information and to sign the documents when they are ready. We created a platform that fills out these documents for you. We have all the documents you need, and we can generate them automatically. All you have to do is spend 5 minutes on our platform, and you leave with all the documents you need to create your company. So now let me show you how we can start a PFA, which is a small type of company in Romania. At first, we ask for your personal information in simple and intuitive steps. So we ask for your name, contact, address, identification data, and marital status. And after that, we ask for some information related to your company. The headquarters, the contact, what activities will you perform, and where will you perform each of these activities. And we can also generate some contracts because you will need them. And that's it. After you hit the submit button, we send you on email all the documents you need to create your company. You first pay a one-time fee, you receive the email with the documents, and this is how some of these documents look like. More than 20 pages filled with your data. You just have to print, sign them, and go and place them at the Registry of Commerce. In Romania, there are 1 million companies, and 100,000 new companies are founded each year. If we multiply these numbers with as little as 25 euros for either starting a company or modifying an existing aspect of a company, then our market is already 25 million euros, and I don't see a reason why we could not take it all. And notice that this market scales with each additional document that we add to our platform. And this is not a local business. Each country has its own level of bureaucracy, and our solution can significantly speed up the process of creating documents. We have launched last week, and we already got fantastic reviews from users, and they are very excited about our website. But before that, we had a 2-month free beta period, and 10% of the total numbers of PFAs that were created in those 2 months used Upload to create their documents. Currently, you can pay a one-time fee to create a company on Upload. However, this is just the beginning, and our vision is big. In the near future, we plan to add the most commonly used commercial and legal documents, but our options are limitless because bureaucracy is such a big problem. And then we will implement a digital signature solution so that you will also be able to sign the documents via Upload. Now imagine not having to wait in lines at all. Just creating your documents with Upload and signing them while sitting on your couch. We are a 3-people team, myself, Raul, doing the business, and my colleagues, Alin, doing the front end, and Mihai doing the server. We are Upload, and we help you start a company in 5 minutes. So now, let me show you how we can start a company in less than 5 minutes. And we will start a complex one with a co-founder, and let's start a serial type of company on Upload. So at first, we ask for your personal information, your name, contact, address, and identification data. These 4 pieces of information appear at least 10 times in the documents, and your name and data maybe 20 times. You have to redo the entire document from scratch. And believe me, that is not a pleasant thing to do. Because these documents are very, very ugly. So after we have placed our personal information, we will ask for some information related to your company. 3 names for the company. The first one available will be the one that remains. Then the contact of the company. And now let's add the co-founder. We need his name, his address, and his identification data. As you can see, you know all the data that you need to create your company. You can write it down in 5 minutes, but today you pay 10 times or 20 times the price to a lawyer or an intermediary just because you don't know how to fill the documents and what to do with those documents when they are ready. Well, guess what? On Upload, we generate and fill the documents for you instantly, and we also tell you exactly what you need to do with those documents. Not even the most efficient lawyer or intermediary in Romania can beat us. It still takes him a few hours to do this, while we do it in under 5 minutes. So next, let's split the company between the co-founders. We like the default settings of 50-50. Then we add the headquarters at my address. I have a room for my company. And let's create an IT company. We add the activity for IT. And we will do this activity at the client, because we usually work online. So let's also add the bailment contract on my name and on 5 years. And that's it. After you hit the submit button, you will receive on your email all the documents you need to create your company. And notice that we did this in 2 minutes and 19 seconds. I believe that each one of you can do it in 5. So let me show you what you will receive. You get 12 documents, all filled with your data. You just have to print and sign them. And let's enter in 2 of these documents. This one has 7 pages. You can see your data and your co-founder's data there. And you just have to sign it at the end. And let's enter in another one. This one has 2 pages. Your data is there. It is editable. You just have to sign it at the end. This is Uproad, and we changed bureaucracy. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Uproad.
So, firstly, I think you should run the Romanian government. I think you should just go much bigger vision and just sort out Romania in general. And do we, you know, when you were emphasizing just click and sign, are we signing over like 50% of the company to you in these documents every time? But is that, just how do you scale? How do you scale out of Romania? Like, I mean, this is very good, but each country has its own requirements. So how are you going to think about that?
Well, basically, we only need a specialist from that country. And that's all that we need on Uproad. We have people that can abstract all that data from the documents. We need one specialist. And in Romania, there are a ton of things to scale. You have mail delivery, rent, ANAF, the mayorhood. Everywhere there is bureaucracy. So
what future integrations are you thinking about? I think the document management part is great, but are there like direct integrations you're considering, like e-filing of things to the government straight up? Maybe the Romanian government doesn't have that, but certain countries definitely do, where you can like e-file.
We are doing our best, and we try to contact the government people. We still wait for them. we are willing to implement all the code if they let us for free.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for picture number 5, Uproad. So there we have it, 5 very different pitches, 5 very different big ideas. Who is actually going to run away a winner with that golden ticket, taking them over there to Silicon Valley? What will happen now? What will happen this afternoon? Our jury members together, they will put all their experience, everything together, and then come up with a grand final winner. And at the end of today's conference, at the end of day 2, we will be announcing who's going to run away winners of Startup Avalanche 2016. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for our jury members.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. We will now have lunch. And Philip will be back with you very shortly after lunch. Thank you very much.